What's up guys, it's Legend X Rona, and we just got surprised this morning with a new trailer for Mortal Kombat called Mortal Kombat XL. It looks amazing and it showed off so many new things to come for this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick breakdown of everything that we saw in this trailer. Okay, so the first thing we see is Kung Jin coming in to combat Ferra Torr, and if you look closely you can see that Ferra Torr and Kung Jin both have new skins that haven't been talked about yet. Then we see Takeda combating Devora, and you can see that they both also have new skins that I'm guessing must be their skins from the Apocalypse Pack. Now I know you really can't see Takeda's whole costume, but if you look closely you can see the design on it is different than his other skins. Moving a bit further into the video, we see Ermac coming in with what's clearly a steel skin costume, which is pretty awesome. PC modders already made like a skin for this on the PC version of the game a while back, so it's pretty cool to actually see the same costume in the console version. Now if you look a little bit closer you can see that Jacqui has a new classic MK1 Scorpion skin in the game, which kind of completely threw me off because I surely wasn't expecting something like this for a skin for Jacqui. And right after this we see Alien fighting Cassie, who appears to be wearing a pink MK3 ninja garb, which is also something that threw me off because I wasn't expecting her either to get a ninja costume. We then see Triborg Cyber Smoke variation and then a closer look at Jacqui's new MK2 Scorpion skin, which is then followed by a new skin for Erron Black, which I will assume must be his skin for the Apocalypse Pack. Now this skin looks really nice and it gives him like a much more western look. Moving forward into the video, we see a bit of Triborg and his Cyrus variation, and then we see like this scene where Erron Black using his grab move, but like the screen angle changes as he does it. Now this is something that I actually want to talk about, but I'll talk about it further into the video. We then see Triborg's Cyrax variation showing off his net move, which I knew they would give him back. Like some people thought that since it wasn't shown in the gameplay video that we got like last week, it wouldn't be in, but I just knew that it was just too iconic for them not to have in the game. We then see Alien using a new move where it stabs its opponent while they're on the ground, then slides them across the screen, which actually looks pretty cool. Further in the video, we see a bit of Leatherface where he is chaining a combo and then finishing it with his X-ray move, so now we actually get to see how his X-ray starts off. And after that we see Devora in her new costume using her X-ray on Takeda, who is also in his new costume. Then we see Johnny Cage, who is also using his X-ray but on Kotal Kahn, and if you look closely you can actually see that Kotal Kahn also has a new skin in the game and it looks pretty interesting. Like I kind of can't tell what it's supposed to be themed after, but all I know is that you can see that he has an armor on, so it looks pretty cool and I can't wait to see the whole thing. And then moving ahead, they start showing some fatalities and we get to see a closer look at Takeda's new skin right before we see a queen alien stab its tail through his chest and then tearing him apart. I actually thought that this looked really cool, and I'll go ahead and assume that this must be Alien's second fatality. It's pretty interesting because this queen alien that we see is a lot different than the queen variation that we see in the game because its body and its head is like a lot bigger. And this actually looks more like the queen alien that you will see in the Alien vs Predator movies, unlike the one that we see in the gameplay video. So maybe that might not actually be like a queen variation that we see in the gameplay video, but who knows, we won't actually know until we actually get to see Alien in action. We then see a couple more scenes and then a bit of a closer look for Ferra and Kung Jin and their new skins during this X-ray scene. And a bit after that we see Alien doing a combo where at the end we see a new move where it shoots acid from its tail, which looks really cool, and it confirms that Alien will indeed have acid moves like how most people predicted that it would. We then see a bit more of Leatherface's fatality that we saw in the Kombat Pack 2 gameplay video. If you look at Leatherface you can actually see that he has on a different costume. Some people are saying that it's just a different variation, which it could be, but it also could possibly be like a whole new costume for Leatherface because it's pretty different in its detail from what I see, so I guess we won't actually know until we get Leatherface and actually see whether or not it's a variation or a new costume. Also in this scene we do get to see a closer look at Devora's new Apocalypse skin, and it looks really nice because now we can actually kind of see it a lot more closer in this scene. A few scenes after, we do get to see Kung Jin and Ferra Torr in their new skins again, and I'm noticing how similar Kung Jin's new skin looks to his shadow skin, but if you look closely you can actually see that the design is different along with the color, and he doesn't have a mask like how he does with his shadow skin. We then see a new move from Bo Rai Cho where the enhanced version of it, he lets out a flurry of jabs at the opponent, and if you look at who he's fighting closely, you can see that he's punching Jacqui, who's now wearing a white MK2 ninja guard that looks similar to Chrome a bit. Then a bit after, we get to see Cassie in a Sub-Zero MK3 costume nut punching Ermac. Finally, in the final scene, we get to see the pit stage, and we get to see that it has a stage fatality or brutality where you punch the opponent off the bridge as they plummet to the bottom, hitting the spikes on the way down and then landing on more spikes at the bottom. Then the video ends announcing this to be Mortal Kombat XL, and then we get to see that we'll be able to get it on the 1st of March. Okay, so we saw a lot of new things in this video and a lot of new skins from all the new characters. The classic MK Ninja skins for Jacqui and Cassie really caught my attention a lot because I definitely wasn't expecting something like this for a skin for either of them. I mean, I think the skins look really cool, but at the same time, I feel like it was a bit lazy, I guess, for them to give them like just old classic ninja skins in the game, because I felt that they could have gotten something newer and better, kind of like how the other new characters did. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like the skins and think they're really interesting. They look good in the game, but I just felt like maybe they could have gotten something different and newer, kind of like how the other newer characters did. I will say though, they really do interest me because the different colors kind of have me wondering if it's like 2 sets of skins for each of them or just alternate color schemes for the both of them. Something else that caught my attention was the camera angles for Erron Black's grab move that we see in the video and then the death scene at the pit. When Erron Black does his grab move, you see that the camera angle shifts around and gives us like a different view that we don't normally see. And then during the stage brutality at the pit, we see like a whole scene where Sub-Zero falls to the bottom and then he's impaled by the spikes at the bottom of the pit. So I was thinking maybe Mortal Kombat X will start having like different camera angle shifts during certain parts of the game while you're fighting. Like maybe we could possibly start seeing this for all the grab moves and maybe some of the stage brutalities in the game. Now it is possible though that this stage brutality at the pit could instead be like a stage fatality, of course. As we already know, there aren't any stage fatalities in Mortal Kombat X, but there are stage brutalities, but maybe they can start adding some with Mortal Kombat XL, or maybe possibly this might be the only one that we get for the pit. Now, for those of you who don't know what the difference between stage fatalities and stage brutalities are, basically with stage fatalities, it's kind of like whenever you finish them off with the stage, you just have like this little cinematic scene maybe where it shows you knocking them off somewhere or just throwing them into something, and basically you just get that little scene that happens at the end, kind of like how you do with a normal fatality, but actually something that deals with the stage itself. Unlike how with stage brutalities, you know, you just do something like how you throw the granny and it kind of like punches them, but the camera angle doesn't really just change or nothing. It's just like how you would do a normal brutality. So the main reason why I think that this could possibly be true is because at the beginning of the scene before Scorpion knocks Sub-Zero into the pit, and you look closely behind Scorpion, you see that there's a red space box that you would see when you're doing like the practice fatalities. So this could very well indicate that this could be a stage fatality instead of the fact that you can actually practice it, and we could possibly have both stage fatalities and stage brutalities in the game. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see until we actually get the pit stage in the game. But either way, seeing this classic finisher is still pretty amazing in my own opinion. So like I said before, Mortal Kombat XL will be available for sale on the 1st of March with all the DLC in it, so I guess it will be like a complete edition for the game. Also, the netcode fix will be included with Mortal Kombat XL, so I guess the beta will last from like now to like around the 1st of March. And I'm guessing that if you already have the game, the rest of the stuff that we saw in the video will be updated into the game and be available for purchase. Also, since this will pretty much be like the complete edition of the game, then that means that there's a strong chance that the development for this game has finally come to a close and they will begin working on the next title. So the actual chance of us getting like a Kombat Pack 3 or Story Mode DLC is kind of low now. And though it's sad to say that Mortal Kombat X is pretty much coming to a close now, I can definitely say that it has opened up a bright future for what's to come in Mortal Kombat 11. So what are y'all's thoughts on the new Mortal Kombat XL and the skins and the gameplay shown in this video? Also, what are y'all's thoughts on the new pit stage? Do you think that we will be getting a stage fatality or another stage brutality? Leave all y'all's thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. Let's see if we can get this video at least 50 likes. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LegendXRon and keep up with all things that I'm doing with my channel. And if you want to look at the new Mortal Kombat XL trailer, I will leave a link for that in the descriptions below. And if you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for all things Mortal Kombat. This is LegendXRon, and I'll see you guys later.